Hey guys.
Sorry. Hello, guys.
Something
This is gonna be, yeah,
new and exciting.
so new, so fresh, so exciting.
I mean, not
For
so
our
new.
comeback.
I was gonna say not so new and exciting for our audio listeners.
Yeah, true. I mean, like, it's. I guess it kind of is. Like, it's a little bonus thing.
Yeah. So if you guys listen to our content regularly on SoundCloud, because you know that pops off, or Spotify, or if anything, Apple Podcasts. If you guys want to see our faces, this is our first video podcast, and I'm actually really excited. I was like thinking about it. I was like, oh
Me
my god, I'm so
too.
excited that we're doing this now. Our video quality will get better, trust us, but
Yes. I mean, it's kind of weird because I feel like it's something that we could have always done, but I never considered because I always felt like we had to be in the same room to do something like this.
well, I like suggested it somewhere closer to the end of last year, like the beginning of this year. Like I kind of threw it out there. So then when you were like, "Hey, you want to try like video stuff?" I'm like, "Hell yeah."
Hell yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
like 40 plus episodes in, and this is our first like video where you guys get to see us and our cute little
Yes.
selves as we talk about things, and we can hold
And we
up
get
and
to
show
see
you
each
things.
other. It's
Yes.
actually cool because like it's like I feel like it's easier to talk.
Oh yeah, it
Not that it
is.
was hard, but like it feels more natural.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're excited, and we hope that you guys support us on our YouTube as well. If you're listening on audio devices, we will link our YouTube in the show notes. I think that's how I always link it, but that's how I'll do it. Um,
Yep.
and also, I'm updating the link tree link. I mean, by the time you guys hear this, I probably have updated it already, but it'll be there as well. But yeah, new and exciting things, and I can be as expressive as I want to be because I'm very expressive when I talk with my hands specifically.
Yes. Yes. I feel that.
Oh, I feel like I haven't seen you forever. Your hair looks like it's gotten longer since the
Uh,
last time I saw you.
but I think both of our hair has gotten significantly longer.
Just
Um,
Rapunzeled it up in here.
Honestly, I wish I could just like climb down my own hair and escape the lockdown, but you know, it is what it is.
Right. Oh my god. Um, for everyone in Sydney and New South Wales in particular, or I guess almost all of Australia at this point, hope you guys are staying
Yeah,
safe and well.
please. I hope
Um,
everyone is doing a-okay.
and just a personal PSA, if you can, whatever jab is available to you, please get it. I got mine last week of the time we were recording this. Felt shit for 2 days, and I feel great now. So yeah, went for a walk yesterday, got lost.
Hell
It was
yes.
so bad. I literally, okay, so um I'm doing this like step challenge with my friends, and
Mm.
our goal is just like whoever has the most steps by the end of like the month, they like win a pot. So like we've all put like $10 in. And first of all, mad disadvantage because one of them is a nurse. So
Well, that just makes everyone want to work harder then. So I
yeah,
think that's
literally.
fantastic.
So then I went for a walk yesterday. It was only supposed to be like an hour, and it ended up being almost 2.5 hours because I walked and I just kept walking, thinking that I was on the right
Since
trail and there were no clear signs. I'm blaming the fact that there were no clear signs showing me where the walking trail was. But really, it was just my inability to read a map.
I'm just so glad you made it back alive.
God, it was like twilight by the time I got home. Like it was like the sun had like just set, and I was like, great, this is fine. But like I woke up this morning because I hadn't walked in that much in like forever, so like my legs
Yeah,
hurt, my back hurt.
I feel that. I feel that so much, dude. I think yeah, I started exercising
Mm.
like a little bit, doing like following those YouTube like what are they called? The plans that those YouTubers make,
Yeah, yeah,
like the
yeah.
online like Pilates and hit workouts and stuff.
Yeah.
And like after the first day I started doing them, like I was just like, I can't feel anything. I want to die. Why did I do that?
Oh my god, yeah. Um, I remember like the first time I ever tried like it's like a beginner's like Pilates thing. Oh my god. The next day I had to like roll out of bed, like literally like
Yeah.
barrel roll out of bed because that's how much it hurt. Like it was so bad. I remember
And
like
when you
that was
walk, you're like shuffling.
it's like that's why I've always hated leg day because you don't realize how much you use your legs, and then like you start walking downstairs and stuff, and it's like this is a mistake. I'm in so much pain. What do I do?
Help. I'm pretty sure my body is done for. That was no good.
I mean, other than that, because okay, so as you guys know, we also did take quite a bit of a break as well, just because news just kept coming out, drove me crazy anyway. But
Yeah.
you know, what's been the haps during that time, girl? What have you been doing? Same, same.
Work. Sleep. Too much sleep. Um, the occasional breakdown. Um,
I feel that.
a little bit of painting. Another breakdown.
Painted with my tears.
Yes, I mean, like, I think towards the beginning, like, it was a bit harder, but now I'm just kind of like settling into it and finding a routine, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad. But there are
Yeah.
still those days.
Yeah. I think it's just hard. I feel like it's just like harder this time around because at least when like the pandemic first started, it was just like this is gonna go on for as long as we see fit, and they never gave us definitive dates. Whereas now they're giving us definitive dates, and whenever it goes past that definitive date, we're like, get us out of here. Like at this point, like by the end of July, I was like, I'm just ready to be here until the rest of the year, and if that's what it's gonna take, then it is. Like realistically, because I was like watching some news stuff as well. They were saying that like people will be fully vaccinated by October, like the target that they want to hit will be feasible by October, which makes sense because a lot of people couldn't get bookings for a while. So yeah, I'm not hopeful that things will like free up a little bit by the end of this month, and it sucks because basically I've had a 6-month contract working, and I've only worked 2 full months technically. Yeah. And my contract technically ends in November. So then on a 6-month contract where I should have been paid this full amount, and I'm a casual worker, so like it doesn't like I'm not entitled to certain benefits or whatever. Like I don't get the money or like the work or the experience or the confidence that I would have needed to move on into another role. So yeah, it's stressful and it sucks, but
I mean, literally all we can do is look forward to being free, so
yeah, I was like saying to my best friend, I was texting her like, I want to go to Europe. Just want to go to like, I want to travel to Europe. Like that's one place I would have never had the confidence to go to, but all of a sudden I just want to go to Europe. Like
yeah,
it'd be so nice. Who knows, maybe one day I'd move to Spain and then that's it.
Yes. Senorita Christine.
Catch me in Barcelona.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she says Barcelona. It's like you've already been.
Oh, of course. I'm gonna live with the colonizers.
Oh yes.
Oh, God.
Honestly, Europe does sound nice though.
Yeah.
I reckon if if the like pandemic wasn't a thing, definitely would have gone last year.
Yeah.
I probably would have just booked a Kentucky and went fucking wild.
Girl,
But
if you do, let me know and I will go with you.
I'm down. I'm
Listen,
so
we
down.
we we do film photography. Europe is the perfect backdrop for film photography.
It is. It actually is. I mean, like anywhere is, but Europe.
Europe specifically, because when you like have old buildings and pair that with a vintage or
Yeah,
like an older art form of photography, it
yeah.
marries well together. Like, we just got to do it. It's calling us. It's calling our names.
It literally is. But I mean, looks like it's gonna be, I don't know, like Melbourne first. Not even fucking the city will be our
Mm.
first destination.
Yes, because we're on the hunt for 8-bit burger again because we miss it way
Oh,
too much.
please. I'm craving a burger now. I
I've
can't.
been eating trash for the past like week or so, just because like
Me too.
after my jab, after my like vaccine, I was just like
Mm.
obviously because you feel so shit, you just want to like fill yourself up with things that you like and things that like taste good. So
Like
it
those
was like,
mood boosters.
yeah. So I'm just like, I'm gonna eat pasta. I felt shit after eating that. I'm gonna
Oh,
eat a
hell
burger.
yeah.
Felt shit after eating that.
Hell
I'm gonna get a
yeah.
mixed snack pack with cheese and 3
Fuck
sauces. Felt
yes.
shit after that. But they were my
Dude,
comfort food. And my comfort food, as shitty as it made me feel, it was like, oh, so good.
yeah, I hate I feel that. I think like it doesn't help that my taste palette is already kind of like maybe the taste palette of a toddler. Like I hate salads. That's
Yeah.
one of the things that has just ruined me.
Yeah.
Like I
Listen,
mean,
I had to
I
like
don't
Stockholm syndrome myself to liking salads, dude.
uh
So
should I do that? I just don't understand. Like, I can't, my brain can't wrap around how people like put it in their mouths and chew it and like digest it and go, delicious. What a lovely salad, Martha. And I'm like, what?
listen, now I know that if you ever accidentally get a salad, I will eat it for you.
Thank you so much. I think it's just the dressing that gets to me. Like, I hate dressing, but I think I can eat like raw vegetables.
Yeah,
I think. Unless
you
it's a
think.
tomato, then I can't eat it.
Out of all the fruits, a tomato is the only fruit you will not eat.
Facts. Actual facts. But yeah, it's just like it doesn't look filling. Like it's just and it just
It's not.
so okay. Well,
Salads
there you go,
aren't.
myth busted.
Because when you do like, I don't want to go into like, not that I'm a nutritionist by any means, but it's just like, by way of like balanced meals, it's like protein, vegetables, and then like your carbs, and your carbs are where you get like the stuff that make you full or like the filling stuff.
Right.
So eating a salad on its own, just like full on greens, I don't get it. Salad and
Yeah.
protein, I kind of get it, but like just a pure salad, I'm just like, yo, you good? You right?
We're talking about food. I'm like getting hungry now.
Sorry to any vegans or vegetarians listening to us, by the way.
Yes, sorry. I mean, yeah, I could really go for a goddamn burger right now. I want to consume.
Yeah.
I mean, like any other lockdown impulses you've had?
Oh God. So I ordered my mechanical keyboard today.
Yes.
So I'm starting
Snaps.
another expensive hobby, but that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to play around with that. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, other than that, I've kind of tried to live off the grid again. And your girl
Yeah.
did. I mean, I feel like we all saw it coming. Well, I know I saw it coming anyway. But like,
Mm.
deleted my Instagram, like deleted and not deactivated.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, the type of person that I am is that I'm like an all or nothing type of person, which is a really bad mindset to have half the time. But if I deactivate, I know it's there and it gives
Yeah.
me the
Yeah.
option to
And
just
you
like
just
log
creep
in.
back on. Yeah.
Yeah, because I disabled my Discord for a week because I was just taking a break from like everything. And
Mm.
the coolest thing about Discord is that you log in like normal, but then it comes up with a wall to be like, "Hey, this account is disabled." And I'm just like, "That's smart." Like
Yeah.
Discord knows what's up. Like people want to take a break and really want to take a break, and people like me who are super tempted to like go back on like halfway through the week because of FOMO and whatever. Like they're just
Mm.
like, "Nope, stop, wait there, go back to your merry little fun time." I'm like, "All right, see you later."
Fine. See ya. Whatever.
Yeah, but delete it again because I was like, I mean, it was like an emotional thing, something that happened personally that I'll tell you about after.
Mm. Yeah.
But biggest thing was like I was talking to my best friend about um just like the big word is like intentionality has been like the buzzword for me the past 2 weeks.
Mm.
And also, if I sound like I'm out of breath, I'm not used to talking so much.
So me either. Please take
So
your
I'm just
time.
like, but yeah, the big word for me has been intentionality the past 2 weeks. And it kind of came about because my best friend is recently, like, she just recently got into a relationship, but then her guy best friend, like, he, like, told her that he liked her. And she was like, no, I, like, don't see you in that way. But then they kind of, like, kept each other in their lives or whatever. And
Mm.
it got to a point where he just kept bringing it up. Like, it was like she made it clear that, like, she wasn't into him in that way. And
Yeah.
so where intentionality comes in, it's sort of just like you, despite what your friendship is or how close you are as friends, his intentions of that friendship don't line up with your intentions of the friendship. So therefore it's not going to be a healthy relationship because he's going to keep waiting for you to break up with whatever boyfriend you have at the time and then try and find his chance to, you know,
Mm.
move in.
Yeah.
So like that was something that she had to think about, and when I put it to her in that perspective, it kind of made me think about some of the friendships that I had and like some of the things that I have as well in terms of just like social media and wanting to have my content out there. And I've had friends who are just like,
Mm.
I really like your Instagram content, like, the stuff you put out is really good. I'm like, thank you, but at the same time, why am I doing it? And especially on a platform where it's very much based on like instant gratification, it's
Yeah.
like, am I putting this out because I want to share content or because I want people to just acknowledge that I'm like half decent at something? And then you get obsessed with like numbers and like, why is this photo doing better than this photo? And I got to a
Yeah.
point where it's just
Yeah.
like, I got to a point where I'm like, but I'm not an influencer. Well, currently anyway. But
Not yet.
when this gets big, oh my god. No, but like, I'm not an influencer. And
Mm.
social media, like, social media isn't inherently bad. Like, if you're someone who uses social media to connect with friends or peers, that's great. And I'm not saying that's like a bad thing. But for me, because my group of friends is so small and tight knit,
Mm.
I have other ways of communicating with them anyway. So that's never been something for me to be like, oh yeah, like I need to like send them this really cool thing. And I'm like, so I was like, why do I have it? Why do I have social media? That was like the first thing. And the second thing is I've always had an issue with like comparing myself to people or like to other people. And as much as I've tried to change that mindset, it just got to a point where I'm just like, I'm laying in bed scrolling through like inspirational posts that just make me feel so much worse about the situation that I'm in. So it's
Yeah.
doing the opposite of what it's supposed to do. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. If it's harming me, it's not meant for me.
Yeah.
And that's when I had to kind of step back and say, well, I still technically have Instagram. I have it for the just casually stuff. But that's business. That's, content creation. That's a purpose. It has a purpose. And it sort of started to move me into a thing of like, what is the purpose of things? What am I doing? Why am I buying this thing? Which is not a mindset that I've had recently. But
Yeah, no.
I'm trying with that one. I'm trying
Yeah.
with that one. But it's like, what am I buying? What am I consuming? What am I looking at? Why do I have this thing? Why do I have that thing? What is their purpose in my life? And do I necessarily need it? And so I've sort of started to slowly weed out certain things to the point where I'm just like, okay, I think I'm getting to a place where I might just be a little bit more comfortable in working on myself and living for myself.
Yeah.
And also just to like well and truly work on myself too, because again, instant gratification and people telling me, oh my God, you're doing amazing things. Like, if I take a small step in a big journey, I want to share that small step instantly because it's the instant gratification that comes to me. But it's like, that's just a small part of a big journey, and I'd rather share what, like, the end result of my journey, or I'd rather share the things that I've learned overall versus just, the smaller things. Like, but at the end of the day, like, it's me, it's my story, it's the things that I'm working on. And I think the biggest thing that came into my head was, who cares?
Yeah.
And that's the thing with like social media too. Like we grew up in the age of like when social media was up and coming, from like the days of Bieber. Oh my God.
Oh
Bieber.
God. Yeah. Yeah. Bieber.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just had like war flashbacks.
Yikes.
Like...
I mean, I genuinely enjoyed Bieber, but please continue.
Bieber was fun, and then everyone was like, no one's on Bieber anymore. We're all on Facebook. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm not even on Facebook anymore. And then actually,
Yeah.
I got Instagram for a guy originally. That was like,
I mean, like, not the best purpose.
Not the best purpose. So it was, yeah, but I was like really into this guy, and he was just like, do Instagram. I'm like, no. And
not
then,
yet.
not yet. And then I get it. And now I'm off it. Like, I look back at a lot of the decisions that I made, obviously, when I was younger, and I think to myself, damn, why did I do that? And then, like, understanding why I did that, and then, like, learning, or, like, not learning, but sort of thinking about, okay, what are my next steps in doing things? If I need this thing, do I really need it? Like,
yeah,
I paid off my phone recently because I wanted to pay, like, month by month cheaper, and because I'm planning to switch over to a different operating system sometime soon. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that by the end of this year. But it's like, but I've been planning to buy a PC for like 2 years now. So like, I need to get my priorities in order.
Please.
My phone is gonna last me another like 2 years. My phone is fine. Like, that can wait. I've been planning my PC for 2 years and I still haven't like bought it. And if I buy a phone on top of that, which is gonna be like another $100 or another $1,000, and
yeah,
what's the point? I'm just throwing money at the wall and seeing what happens. God, I've been very introspective the past couple of weeks, if anything. I feel like that's always the one good thing that comes out of like lockdowns and stuff, is that I spend so much time in a bubble because I don't talk to many people anyway. that it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can think about things more freely and kind of understand them. And the greatest thing about like not having social media is that I'm not putting these thoughts out there and sort of like having people see them and be like, yo, she okay, because I'm not. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but sometimes I just put thoughts out there just to like get them out of my head. But a more effective way to do that is like journaling and like writing things down,
Mm-hmm.
and not having to like, and kind of having to work on things on my own and like gain my own
Yeah.
perspective before gaining the perspective of other people as well,
Yeah.
and sort of just figuring things
Yeah.
out from there. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I did try the whole journaling thing. Like it was solid for a bit, but
Mm.
then I was just kind of like, seeps.
Yeah.
But I mean, since the lockdown, like I feel like if I'm having like a rough time, or I'm just like, it's just no good,
Mm.
I just go to my phone's notes and I just type the
Yeah.
note out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I just it's I only started doing it recently, but I've only
Mm.
just found how helpful it is to put
Yeah.
things in perspective when you're feeling like everything is bad, like this
Yeah.
is terrible.
Yeah, you kind of like make your thoughts tangible, which is why I like journaling, but
Mm.
I don't traditionally journal. Like I don't sit there and write like, how I felt that day specifically. I do exactly what you do with you going into your notes app. It's just
Mm.
whatever thought I have, if it doesn't make sense in my head, I have to write it down to
Yeah.
make the thought tangible in order for me to
Mm.
kind of be like, oh, okay, that doesn't make sense, or that does make sense. And that was an
Yeah.
exercise that before I left my job last year, when I was talking to the psychologists with the company that I worked at, he suggested the same
Mm.
thing, like, write down the pros and cons of you quitting your job even during this time of pandemic, and you know like, so that they're not just free flowing thoughts in your head, because I was gonna go back and forth for like the longest time to be like, should I do
Yeah.
this, shouldn't I do this, and then eventually just got to the point where I'm just like, my pros list was far longer than my cons list, and I'm
Yeah.
like, all right,
Yeah.
peace out, here's my resignation letter.
Understood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better having them out there than having all of those thoughts just floating around in your head. Just it feels like a whole shitload of very heavy ping pong balls.
Yes.
Just bouncing around every wall, and you're like, just shut up.
Just chill out for like a second. God damn.
So it's nice to get those ping pong balls and just slam them into notes. So
Yeah. Grab a ping pong ball, get your ping pong paddle, and just whack them.
facts. And the best part is like I feel like the more I do it, the better I'm getting at it. So it's nice.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it is. It is a very effective way. If like even if you're like undecided on things. If I'm undecided on things, I'll generally kind of just like physically weigh the pros and cons to see if it's something that I actually need, or something that I want, or
Yeah.
if it's good for me, if it's not good for me. Living my life intentionally.
Yes, I love that. And living your life for yourself. I think
Yeah.
that's something that is a big lesson from last year into this year.
Yeah.
It's like stop putting yourself second when you make decisions.
Yeah.
I think this has been a big thing
Yeah.
for both of us, I imagine.
Yeah. To be honest. God damn.
Dave.
Why am I like this? Oh, but yeah, I mean, realistically, that's still something that's super hard for me. And like
Mm.
dealing with like high functioning anxiety and depression is also
Mm.
really hard as well. And like I have been thinking about going back to therapy, but it's like, where do I start? Where do I start again? Like it's hard because it's pandemic and I can't do my usual like go to my GP and get a mental health care plan to go see a psychologist. Like,
Mm.
but I mean, I feel like I find it more beneficial to kind of write things out and deal with it myself. And then if
Yeah.
I've found a lot of resources that have like helped me through it as well, which has been really nice.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I mean, in me deleting my Instagram, I did make one specifically just for resources, because the
Mm.
hardest thing, like the one big thing that stopped me from deleting was because I got a lot of my mental health resources from Instagram, because there were a lot
Insta.
of good
Yeah.
people on there who were giving a lot of insight on,
Mm.
people with anxiety disorders and depression, and how to help them and how to reach out to people during like difficult times like this. And again, that was the only thing that deterred me from deleting initially, but it's like, well, I mean, I can always just make another one and just keep it for resources and not necessarily post, and that's what I've done. And none of y'all
Which
are
is an
gonna know
amazing
what it
idea.
is. None of y'all are gonna know what it is. None of y'all are gonna follow me. Y'all ain't gonna find me.
Can't believe I'm gonna hire a PI just
I
to
mean,
find your Instagram again.
I mean, you can know. Of everyone, you can know. But
I'm flattered. Wait.
but everyone else listening and watching, none of y'all gonna find me. None of y'all gonna figure it out. But if you do, I ain't accepting you.
If you do, how?
If you do, what the fuck?
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh man. But speaking of art, sorry, I was just like thinking about that for some reason. Speaking of you painting things, I've been like
Yeah.
binging so many like art things, like art videos, and I really want to like. I was thinking about if I ever like moved out, I want like a little sunroom and
Yes,
just like a
yes,
little
yes,
like
yes,
canvas
yes,
area and
yes, yes, yes. I feel that. I feel that in my bones, in my DNA. I feel it.
you come over like every other day. I get home and I'm just
Or
like, hello.
or just like a big like open room
Yeah.
where there's just like canvases and clay and
Yes.
I don't know, more random art shit. Just like a workshop room.
Yeah, or like a mini art studio or something. Like,
Yeah.
I would love that. And then I thought back to the time we were talking about like poisonous plants and how like we were joking about how I'd have like a poisonous like plant garden along with my little paintings and everything. But yeah, I got so interested because I was like, I used to be kind of artistic and now I can like barely draw. And yeah.
I mean, like, you literally just have to keep drawing. And
Yeah.
I mean, anyone can draw. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. next time you see me, I just like show you all like these like massive canvases that I've done or something.
Yes. Maybe we should yeah.
No, go on.
Sorry.
No, what was that?
Oh no, I was just thinking like maybe we could have an online like painting thing where we stream a Bob Ross like
I'm down.
tutorial.
I'm
and
down.
we paint.
I'm
You can
so
see
down.
if Chris wants to do it too.
I'm so down because I was like thinking about that too. I was like, man, I want to like do some Bob Ross shit, and I want to buy oil
That'd be
paint
so
specifically and just do it myself eventually.
I mean, I only have acrylics, but I'll make it work.
I was like watching like Robert Irwin do like a random oil painting because they uploaded it
Yeah.
on like the Australia Zoo YouTube channel. And like
Uh.
I was like, I wasn't expecting anything like crazy, but then it like turned out so good. And then
No
he's
way.
like, and then he was like, oh, it's like okay, I'm not too proud of him. I'm like, what the fuck? Hello. But then also the true mark of an artist. The true artist
I was about to say,
never truly likes their work.
that's an artist, alright. An artist will finish their work and just fucking scowl at it, like, oh god, what are you?
an artist an artist will look at their work and be like, what did I make? What the fuck is this? I'm pretty sure Michelangelo looked up at the ceiling and was like, man, that looks ugly.
Dude, an artist will have a child and be like, oh god.
No, I'm sure an artist will love their child, but then they'll try to paint their child and be like, oh god.
Oh god, what the?
I feel like that's me with my music too, though. Like every time I write something, I just think how like crap it is. I mean, like my writing has come a long way from when I was younger. Like I
Yeah.
distinctly remember I wrote something for an English, what is it, English assignment, and I recorded it too, which is so funny.
Yeah.
But it was so cheesy, and I didn't understand how GarageBand works, so like it just sounded so crappy too.
I feel that. It's every time I use GarageBand, so.
Oh god. But like, oh my god, it was like, yeah, it was like Romeo and Juliet we were studying at the time, so it was just a song based on how Romeo was feeling, and it was so bad, but it was like over an R&B track, so it's fine.
Yes. Oh my god, release it. Drop the
Absolutely
album.
not. No way. That song will
Where
never see
is
the
the
light
album?
of day.
We need the damn album.
She's not gonna release an album. No way. No, thank you.
Boo.
Oh man, speaking of which, if you guys want to listen to our little cover, it's up on SoundCloud and on YouTube, so links are in the show notes as well, and in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Little bit of self-promotion there.
Yes, please give it a listen. It's actually very pretty. We did such a good job.
I'm so proud of us. Also, we've had way too much fun with this whole video recording thing that it's actually our favorite time of the podcast. Girl, I feel like we could have just been going forever. Like,
honestly, we could have. What is your song while I quickly pull up mine?
dang it, I was gonna like do mine based on what your answer was, but that's fine.
Okay, wait. I found it.
Okay.
It's a song that I recommended you earlier.
Okay.
Okay, so my recommendation for today, it's called Energy, by Tyler Jane. I think it's just a really good mood booster, and Lord knows everyone needs a mood booster. So
oh god, hell yeah!
it's
We all need
like
a
one of those
damn mood
songs
booster.
that like one of those songs that you play, like when you wake up in the morning and like while you're getting ready, and it like really like sets the mood, and yeah, I listen to it.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, not the song that I was going to recommend based off what you were recommending, but I'll recommend it anyway. So,
Yeah.
gotta recommend my boys. They will always be a staple recommendation, and it's actually a bit of a throwback. So, the song I'm recommending this week is Andy by The Last Dinosaurs, and this is off their like early album, and it's one of my favorites. It was one of my
Yes.
early favorites of Last Dinos, and it was sort of like the gateway into like listening to more of their music. So I hope it's a gateway for some of you guys as well, if you still haven't given Last Dinosaurs a listen. I don't know how you haven't, considering I've like recommended like 3 or 4 songs by them already. But yeah, thank you for joining us. This is obviously very new for us, so please give us some time to get used to this format. We're so used to just not having our faces, but we hope you like seeing our faces, hopefully.
But like, in like not a weird way.
Yeah, of course. um but yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Again, if you guys are our usual audio listeners, if you do want to support us over on YouTube, the link will be in the show notes. For everyone watching the YouTube, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I can't believe we have to say that now.
I
Don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to see when we upload videos and everything. Also hit the notifications if you guys are listening to us on Spotify, because we'd love for you guys to be notified when we upload as well.
Yes.
And also a call out to our previous guests. If y'all want to come back on the show now that we have video podcasts as well. Vishal, if you're listening, I know you want to sport that red lipstick that you were talking about with me.
Yes.
But once again, thank you guys, and until next time, bye.
Bye.